teams, number 2 and number 3. The Gokal Squash Challengers have won the toss and have decided to bat first. The Squash Challengers. So first 3 balls, no runs have been scored, but still things can change dramatically on this wonderful ground. This is a historic ground known for aiding both the bowlers and the batters. The first over, Bobby Bajaj bowling from the Churchgate end. The Squash Challengers have won the toss and have decided to bat first. Let's see. It's just waiting for the first run to come. That is slashed and slashed hard. The ball is racing away. It's the first run of this. In fact, they get a couple. This is good running. They get a brace to open the account. The Squash Challengers have opened their account with a couple of runs. This is the team which was very fortunate to get into the semi-finals. Number 3, 4, 5 teams. The Squash Challengers, Gym Gladiators and Snooker Kings. These 3 teams were tied on the same number of points, 4 points. But this team, Squash Challengers, have been able to just sneak through courtesy a very good run rate. Let's see. They got a brace on the scorecard. Oh, that wasn't a great shot. A beautiful ground, I would say. Not the same greenery which used to have in those past years, but a ground where history has been made, and a venue which has a lot of stories written inside it. A ground where you have almost 60 meters boundary, long off and long on. And oh, that is a full toss, and that would race away for a boundary. Look at the quick outfield. That would be the first boundary of the innings. Members Premier League 4. Oh, that's a wonderful way to start. They didn't start off that well. A couple of balls were pitched on the right area. This one was wide, this one was over-pitched, and it deserved the treatment which it got. So 6 runs on the scorecard. The Squash Challengers, after a jittery start, have started middling the ball now. Jaideep, he moves on to 6 with that boundary. This is what we want to see in a T20 game. We would love to see those boundaries and sixes being hit. That was the first of many to come. And look at the way the ball raced into that point boundary. Oh, that's short, that's wide, but that's well. Oh my God, confusion. Almost was the wicket, the first wicket. So Jaideep, there wasn't much communication between them. In fact, Vardhan finished off the first over at the score of 7 runs without loss. So Jaideep would retain strike, and the score is 7-7 without loss. Oh, that's well played. Just showing that respect to the bowler. And look at the pitch, it has been a beauty. It has some green tinge over it, and the ball is coming at a nice height. So good to see a wicket, especially when you talk about other pitches. Brabant has a history of providing some help to the fast bowlers as well. And the red soil over here makes a difference. Oh, that is so very well played. On the top, into the covers, he moves on to 8 now. So he has got all sorts of runs now for him. He has got a single, he has got a brace, he has got a boundary. So he's got 8 runs, 8 without loss. The Squash Challengers, they are the number 3 team on this table. They would like to go and challenge the number 1 team. Badminton Blasters have cemented that place into the final, just waiting for the winner of this two, and we'll see the grand finale being played on Sunday. Which team it would be? Will it be the combined strikers or will it be the squash challengers? So challengers versus strikers. So Arjun Patil comes into bowl from the pavilion end. So slightly shortened boundaries on both sides, maybe 50-55 meters on both sides square of the wicket, and also down the ground it is almost 55-60. Oh, that wasn't that great a shot, but wicket keeper, he misses out. Oh, that would be the first extra, I think. We'll just wait for the umpire signal. Yes, that's a bye. With that, the score moves on to 9. Arjun Patil bowling from the pavilion end. Oh, that is so very well played. Look at the sound with which he made the ball. Solid forward defense over there. But Arjun Patil, he has begun well. 3 balls and he just conceded a single. The other one was in a bye. So that's a very good start considering a T20 game. Those first 6 overs are going to be important. Oh, there was Wit. Played it with soft hands though. Just bowled it a little slow, changing his pace. Generally, when you talk about the slower deliveries are generally bowled to the fag end of the over. But most bowlers, they try and bowl the bouncers in the first few balls. That is played on the back foot. He moves on to 9, does Jaideep. Bobby yet to get off the mark. But Jaideep will retain strike. 2 runs and a bye in this over. The score moves on to 10 without loss at the end of over number 2. Right, that's down the leg side, and that's going to be 4 leg byes. Generally, those runs do not go against the bowler, but at times when you bowl the ball down the leg side, it's not good for the team. Those runs won't be reflected against the bowler's name, but I think the bowler who bowled really well in the first over, he bowled it just way too down the leg side. Any feather on it, maybe a bat or a pad, is bound to help the bowling team. The score moves on to 14 now. That was a full toss, not able to convert that into some scoring opportunity. Generally, on a full tosses, the cross-batted shot is the best option to play. That's probably one of the only few balls where you can play with the cross-bat. And if you play with the cross-bat, you get maximum result and more accuracy to meet the ball properly. That is very well bowled again. He gets his line and length absolutely right on that time. The tall height of the bowler helps. Vardhan just putting the ball in the right area, and the height and the nice smooth action helping him. Very economical bowling run up. That's good. In fact, that's a wide being declared. Slightly marginal. The bowler isn't happy because there was just around that tram line or that indicator which the umpire actually decides to give a wide or not. So that was a 50-50 call. This time going from the other end. Oh, that's an edge. What a catch. That's the first wicket. The wicket keeper takes it. Finger stuff. Swapnil Hazare taking that catch. It was just around those fingertips. That wasn't an easy catch. You may feel it's a regulation catch. It wasn't. It was just evading away from his hand and it took it brilliantly. Just got hold of the ball on those fingertips. A very good batsman has to make his way back. He was looking good, Jaideep. He gets out on the score of 15. Look at that catch. See, look, that's what I was talking about. He didn't dive around. He did dive around. He did not make a lot of theatre or drama for it, but that was a good catch. Take my word, Mr. Hazare has done a great job. Swapnil Hazare took it easily. So that was the first wicket of a batsman who was looking good. And an over which started with 4 leg byes and a wide. They've got the first wicket. So Swapnil taking that all important catch and they get their first wicket. Behzad Dewar is a new batsman. And both the batsmen have not opened their account now. The only batsman who has got some runs and the extras. Now 15 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. So Behzad is a new man in. And let's see what he does. Oh, that is slash. That's a very good way of playing a ball which is short and wide. If you slash hard, that's straight from the Virendra Sehwag's book of scoring runs actually. Go for it actually. Whenever you have width on offer, just try and slash it. No point getting over top of it or just trying to put it down or something. Slash it hard. So even if it goes in the direction of the fielder, it wouldn't be that easy for him to catch that. So 16 for 1. Behzad starts off with that single. And Bobby Bajaj on the other hand hasn't got strike for a long time. He just faced one delivery and he wasn't able to get runs off it. Of those 2.5 overs so far, he just got one delivery to face. So Vardhan taking that first wicket. Oh, that's pushed into the covers. Oh, this is good vigilant batting. They saw a slight misfield and they just ran for that single which wasn't existent. The score moves on to 17 now. 17 for 1 at the loss of the opening batter. Patel, he has been punched into the covers. He bowled a really good first over, but this time up and over. That's a fabulously hit boundary. So just understand the importance of every run being taken. Of the last ball, he was vigilant for a slight bit of misfield. He just went through for that single, scrapped that single, and courtesy of that single, he has got strike for the next over, and he hits a boundary of that ball. So not everything which you see on your screen tells you the story. Something which has happened some time back also is the one which is important for the other phenomenon to occur. So what a good shot that was. And that was only aided because of the last single which they took. 21 for 1 now. So Bobby Bajaj starting off well. Oh, he went for a shot which wasn't that great. Wicketkeeper was just not moving this time so well. It's again brushed off the pads and it goes for a very, very fortuitous boundary. Look at that. brushed off the pads, in fact of his trousers, and has gone all the way towards the church gate end. It's a beautiful ground. Generally we see when you talk of Brabant, it's 65 to 70 meters, those long on long of boundaries, and on the square sides you will see around 55 to 60, but it has been shortened on the sides, so I would say 50 meters, 55 meters boundaries on square. And when you talk of long off and long on, I would say 65 meters, 60 to 65 meters. They have been to a good start now, the squash challengers. He's a good bowler though. That boundary would have hurt him. It has not gone against his name, but 8 runs in this over so far in the 2 balls which he has bowled. But that's down the leg side. That's not good bowling. He's such a good bowler, but there was some problem with the line over here. Once again, that would be 5 wide. Has it brushed the pads? That's what our Patil is asking. Look at the ball. Nice rhythm. Good pace, but it did a lot actually. So 5 wides would help. The score moves on to 30 now. This has been an eventful over. It started off with the boundary up and over into that long off region. Then there was 4 leg byes, and then we saw 5 wides. So a bowler who can bowl so well, getting some basic errors in and helping and aiding the squash challenges. No, that wasn't a good shot. Oh my god, the furniture has gone for a toss. It almost travelled around 10 to 15 feet. That's something which you would be very, very happy with. He was taken for a lot of runs in this over. In fact, 13 of them. Look at the replay. Nice, smooth action. Once he gets it right with that new ball, look at that. Oh, he missed the straight one. In fact, it came in. The foot weren't moving. He was playing that way, but he showed a lot of promise. He gets out just as he was looking good. His off stump has gone for a beautiful walk over there. Just uprooted it completely. So score is 30 now, 30 for a loss of both the openers. Both the openers are back. Now it's going to be Binoy and Bezad. Binoy. Oh, that is a very difficult first ball to face. Oh, that was slightly high. That's what the umpire was saying. That looks so very close. The height perhaps saving it. But look at the bounce the bowler is getting. The new ball generally does a lot of funny things. But when you get it right, it's very difficult for the batters. So it has been a mixed over. A boundary, then 4 leg byes, then 5 wides, then the off stump going for a walk, new batsman getting wrapped on the pads, everything happening in this over. That's a big wide. So it has been an assortment kind of over. Whenever you go on an air flight or you get those chocolates, it's complete assortment. When you get all the flavors, different flavors, different colors of chocolates, this overall has been almost like that. You saw 5 wides, you saw 4 leg byes, we saw a beautiful boundary, we saw a nice hit up and over into that long off region. Also we saw the stump being uprooted, wrapped on the pads, and now a wide again. And what a shot to begin. Will it go up and over? He took a chance. In fact, I thought it was going much further than that. It wasn't well timed, but good intent being shown. That's what is more important. Forget about the way, how many runs you get, but the way you show that intent, the way you want to score those runs. Forget about batting, bowling, fielding. Your approach is always important. Your talent, ability is one thing, but your attitude and ability or intent to do certain things decides what your character is. This guy is on a watch out for some runs now. So Binoy Starts off with that risky single, but that was so refreshing to see. These two guys are wanting to take some chances. That's how you. Oh, this is a classical cover drive. What a beautiful shot that is. One of the most glamorous shots you would say in the game of cricket. Just one run, but that was as good as a shot that you have seen in the first 4 overs. 4 overs, 33 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Binoy is on 1, Bezad is on 2. Both the batsmen, they have some decent enough technique, and more importantly, they have a good intent. They want to score some runs. So, Members Premier League Season 6, this is the big match, the ticket to the finale. Squash Challengers. Squash Challengers it is, who have elected, who have won the toss and have chosen to bat first. But they've lost a couple of wickets. The scoring has been brilliant though. The only problem is they have lost a couple of wickets. Shreevas Automative combined strikers. They have got those 2 opening bowlers who have bowled well. And generally, we very rarely do we see 2 bowlers bowling those 3 overs up front each, and that's nicely done. The fielder at the point has created problems. He has been good over there. Generally, you have your best fielder fielding at that point or backward point area. So many fielders to talk about. You talk about fielding at that place. None better than Jaunty Rhodes, they would say. When it comes to hitting, none better than Ricky Ponting. That shot, and that could have been hit on the offside. He tried to pull it into the region, maybe towards mid wicket. It went straight to the fielder at mid on. That is some intent shown. So he may not have scored runs in this first three balls, but he has shown some great intent to score some shots. Maybe 3 dot balls, time for a boundary or a wicket alert now. That's a wide though. That was smart bowling by the bowler. First few balls he bowled it close to the batter and he tried to allure him to going for it, and it was pitched away from him. Maybe he did it on purpose or it just slipped out of the hands. That's a different issue, but the idea was right. Bezad has shown some great intent. Oh, he tried to hit it, and that's going to be his first bound. That's what I was talking. It's a boundary alert time. Generally you have 3 dot balls, there is something bound to happen. Most times it's wicket which comes that way, but this time it was a attempted hook shot, and he got decent enough connection, and I would say that. And he gets over. Not the greatest of the batsmen, the best of the batsmen of the world, even they do not get every ball off the middle of the bat. In fact, most runs are scored off those edges, not off the middle of the bat, because those wielding blades right nowadays are very, very strong. Oh, that's beautifully played. That's a fabulous shot. That's a proper T20 shot. Beautifully played, up and over, not bothered about being caught, not bothered about being getting out in the process of getting some runs. That's how you should play. You live on the edge, you enjoy this game. That's what T20 game is all about. Forget about those decent techniques, those nicely played shots, those proper cricketing shots. These shots bring you more pleasure, because there is a lot of element of risk involved in it, and when there is risk, there is always entertainment. So 42 for 2, we are into the 5th over. Bezad, he is looking enterprising over there. He is looking industrious over there, and he's trying to get his team to a very, very strong position. He got a couple of boundaries in the last 2 balls. Let's see how Vardhan comes back. He gets the space again. This is racing away. There is fielder at point, and who does a good job to restrict it to a single. The score moves on to 43 now. 43 for 2 at the end of 2. A very eventful over where they got a couple of boundaries, a wide and a single. So 10 runs in this over. So Vardhan and Arjun have bowled well. They've got a couple of wickets, but Squash Challengers won't be complaining, because they have off to a decent start when you talk about the number of runs being scored in the first 5 overs. So refreshing to see both the batsmen, Bezad and Binoy, coming with a clear, uncluttered mind. When you have players playing with the mindset to go and attack the bowlers, not having such like things in their mind, and whenever there is an uncluttered mind, you are bound to get some positive results. So 43 for 2, 5 overs done and dusted. Binoy and Bezad Watch out for Bezard now. 11 runs of 8 balls, and he has got those couple of boundaries. Two on two different direction. One in that fine leg area, the other one at that point region. So the batsman who is willing to take chances. You'll have to look at those players. Yeah, they would be waiting their turn to bat on this wicket. It's a members Premier League. Oh, that was way down the leg side. Not a good way to start. The left armer. He is the first change bowler. So Rehan is the bowler bowling from the pavilion and left arm over the wicket. The last 6 balls of the power play. Oh, that's again down the leg side. Not the right length, not the right line. Fortunately, there wasn't any contact with the bat. Any small tickle on it, there was 4 runs written all over it. Every time the ball slips down the leg side, you have a little bat on it, you're bound to get 4 runs for it because there is absolutely no one patrolling that area into that region. A small tickle that would have fetched him 4 runs. So that fine leg has been brought slightly fine now. So certain things which you don't see on the camera, I would just assist you with that. That's nicely done. Generally, whenever you see commentators talking, he would just tell you the ball is being hit, the ball is being picked, the ball is being thrown, the ball is being returned, the bowler comes to an end. But those things which you already see, certain things which those 4 5 cameras don't cover, we are here to aid you with that. Certain things which when you read the game, when you see other things which are around, we are here for that. And it's a wonderful game. Every person walking on the road, 9 out of 10, they love to evaluate this game. They love to make their own judgments. Such is wonderful game. This was across the line. That was slightly up. Umpiring has been good. The officiating has been really good. And just as we talk about the players playing, the batsmanship, the bowling skills, the fielding skills, the umpires are also the most important part. Even their confidence, even their form is more important. It is said Dharmasena review system because he gets it wrong most of the times. We have some very good umpires in our Indian setup also. Simon Toffel was the one who got 5 times the best umpire. Oh, that's nicely done. But that's good captaincy. He hasn't been trying to be too heroic. He just got his long off back, just trying to get the damage control done. Because these two batters have got off to a good start now. Bezad, watch out for Bezad. He is the one who has been more enterprising, exciting and industrious. Watch out for his big shots. And he is willing to pay every shot. He has tried a hook shot, he has tried a pull shot, he has nicely cut the ball, he has put the ball into the fine leg region. Every shot he has tried. And he's good at the back foot as well. He has got a boundary of that with that shot. He has got a one hook shot going. So he's trying every shot. He may have got a few of the middle of the bat, may have missed out on few, but he's not stopping himself from going for those shots. This is a very, very historical ground, on a ground on which so many wonderful matches have been played. But that's nicely bowled. The feet weren't moving, and the scoreboard also won't move. It will remain stationary. That's what they say in cricket. If the scoreboard has to move, your feet have to move. You need to have some good footwork, unless you are a Sanat Jayasuriya or a Virendra Sehwag. Those guys just used to slash the ball from any position they would wish to. Oh, that was width on offer. That is smashed. That's going straight to the fielder though. With that single, the score moves on to 48. The score is 48. A lot of wides, a lot of dot deliveries in this over. No boundary being scored. 48 at the end of 6. You are slightly good at mathematics. It is 8 runs per over for the squash challengers. So have a look at this nice cozy ambience where the members are having a nice time on this very lazy Friday evening. And life, when it's all with hustle and bustle, very good to spend some wonderful time with your loved ones. So this is the place, the Members Premier League Season 6. So Rajiv Shah would be the second change bowler. And Rajiv is a very, very nice, effervescent character. Actually, wished everyone in the team over there, commentators, even the other guys who were in the crew. It's so good to see people having some nice cordial relationship, not only with the players but also the people, those who are conducting this game. So very down to earth man. But this time his job would be to put brakes on these two batters, especially Bezad. Bezad has got 13 of 12, but has looked very dangerous. That's way too wide. The score moves on to 49 now. Remember, these guys play a lot of other games, and cricket is also one of their priorities. As the names would suggest, squash challengers. We have badminton, blasters, so many different games being played over here. Tennis guys were also here. The badminton blasters are sitting cozy and pretty, waiting for the opposite. They are the unbeaten team so far, and they would be playing one of these two teams. Oh, that's nicely bowled. Nothing special. The old management mantra: keep it simple and straight. KISS they say. Keep it short and simple, they say in management. Here it they say, keep it simple and straight. Don't bowl short over here. Keep it simple and straight. He wanted to play that paddle sweep. Umpire is just unmoved. He has been very, very calm in giving his decisions. Score moves on to 50 in fact. 50 up in 6.2 overs. Squash challenges. It has been a mixed innings. It's so fortunate for people like us even to come to this ground and comment it. For me, it's the first time I've been commentating on different venues in Mumbai. This is the first time I have been on this ground. It's a pleasure. It's an awesome experience to be here. Well, that's down the leg side. That has to be wide. We'll just wait how many. Wait for the umpire signal though, and they just. Bezad wants strike. He wants a run, but more importantly, he wants a strike. In fact, Binoy it is who wants strike. Oh, it's leg buys. Just brushed off the pads. Two leg buys. The score moves on to 52 now. Every bowler who has come into ball has looked good. Bowled his first few balls right on place where they are supposed to be. Binoy still to get his first boundary. And just a single again into that long off region. That Mr. Hazare, Swapnil Hazare, the wicket keeper, the man with the gloves in his hands, took one wonderful catch. 53 for 2. That's again played prudently down the ground. So it's like milking that. That's the middle part. And generally, when you talk of a one-day game where we have different phases, over number 1 to 15, then we say over number 15 to 40, then the last 10. T20 game can be bifurcated in many parts. They say first 6 overs, then they say over number 7 to 15, then they say the last 5 overs. Indian team prefers to hit into that 16, 17, 18, 19, then 20th over. The last 4 overs they try and hit. This is smashed. This would be racing away, and just a single again. They need a boundary every over. In fact, every alternate over, if not every over. The score is 55. Another over in which just 7 runs were scored. They are moving along, motoring along smoothly at 8 runs per over. But that's a good score to be achieving. So 55 for 2 at the end of over number 7. That's in the slot. Again, that meaty blow. The ball is not hitting the right part of the bat. That's why we hear that strange sound. He's trying to hit it very hard, but not getting the middle of the bat. That's the only issue for Binoy. He's trying to hit it too hard though. So more important than smashing or getting the leather out of the ball, you need to time it well. Oh, that's a very very wrong shot to play, and I would say he was very fortunate. The ball was just drifting down the leg side. He was very fortunate to have not got out. That wasn't a shot which he would be proud of. Wasn't in any kind of position. Just swiveled around, missed it out completely. So Rehan, he started off with a few wides in his first over, gave away 6 runs. Second over, he starts with the ball right on spot. Let's see what Binoy does. Still to get his first boundary. He wanted to swivel the ball again. He has wrapped him 2 balls. So wicket alert time now. 3 balls. Every time you get those hat-trick of 3 dot deliveries, there is always an opportunity which is created. The batsman gets slightly on the edge. He would like to throw his bat around. Let's see what Binoy does. Binoy Dharia. He's got 4. He'll just go for this one. Take my word. In fact, again the same different kind of sound, not of the middle of the bat. But that's fine. Every time you may feel certain batters don't start off that well. They start off rather not timing the ball well. But once they get that first ball of the middle of the bat, things just start to flow. That has happened so many times. Scratchy openings, and once they get into the groove, they become absolutely unbeatable then. But that might be the case with Binoy as well. But Bezad has got a couple of boundaries. Oh, that's nicely done again. Score moves on to 57. A very good over so far. Just a couple of runs in this over. Rehan is bowled very well in the second over. The young man. Oh, that's down the leg side. That has to be a wide. The score moves on to 58 now. 58 for 2. Oh, that is smashed again down the ground just for a single. A very good over. He just gave away 4 runs, 3 singles and a wide in this over. 59 for 2 at the end of over number 8. Myanmar's Premier League. This is the big semi-finale, and this is the ticket to go and play the grand finale with the Badminton Blasters. The challengers are up against the strikers. So Gokal'S squash challengers, they won't be that disappointed with the score, but they need to get a step up when it comes to scoring now. They need to find a few boundaries. Shreevas Automative combined strikers, they are the number 2 team in this league. That's smashed, but it's oh, that is through him. That would be a brace minimum. They are not running that hard. In fact, it goes all the way for a boundary. Not good effort by the fielder over there. The bowler won't be happy. He could have done slightly better. The first fielder, he misfielded. There was an opportunity for the other fielder. The outfield is so quick, deceptively quick, I would say. I thought he would easily stop it. In fact, it eluded him and has gone for a boundary which wasn't supposed to be going for a boundary. So score moves on to 63. Rajiv won't be happy with the effort, but Binoy would be very much elated with his first boundary. That first boundary is the one which just triggers of many. Watch out for 2 consecutive boundaries. That's what I was talking, is smashing it now. Once you get that first boundary, you always get that confidence. So both the batsmen in double figures now. The score moves on to 64 with that brace single. Bezad got 2 boundaries in 2 balls, and after that it has been a lean quiet period for him. 16 of 16. Binoy has got 11 of 14. So many extras in this innings have aided the scoring rate. That's nicely bowled by Rajiv. Again keeping it straight and simple. Just rolling the fingers, bowling it with slightly little pace. So change in variation, change in the pace of the ball, change in the length of the ball. Those all variations help whenever you are a bowler of Rajiv's style. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. It missed everything, the batter, the stumps, the wicket keeper, and it has gone for 4 byes. It's a members Premier League boundary. So many byes, so many leg byes. Such a good wicket keeper he is, Swapnil, but he has let go a few today. The score is 68 now, 68 for 2. The bowler won't be happy what has happened in this over. A ball which should have been stopped has gone for a boundary. The byes, which was a peach of a ball, has gone for 4 byes. 68 for 2. A fructifying over in which they have got 9 runs in the first 4 balls. That was in the slot, up and over into that extra cover region. Just 1 run. 69 for 2. That's nicely hit. The ball straight to the long off region. The score at the end of over number 9 is 70 for the loss of 2 wickets. A very good over in which they got 11 runs. 9 overs done and dusted, 70 runs on the scorecard, 70 for the loss of 2 wickets. That's nicely done. Ball straight to the fielder at long off. Problem with Benoy is he's trying to hit it too hard and not getting off the middle of the bat. That's an issue with his timing right now. But he's effective. He has got his team ahead. That small little partnership has worked after the fall of both the openers. These two guys have teamed up together. Oh, that's going to be very close. The umpire just hasn't given anything today. That looked close though. Rehan just having a small little look at the umpire. That's the reason. When you see the batter, he is just standing outside the crease. Oh, that's beautifully driven down the ground. Again, the runs coming in singles. We just saw a boundary a couple of overs back, which was a misfield. Then we saw 4 byes being let go. So the score moves on to 72 with that single. So 2 runs in this over. They start off very well, the bowlers, the over. And just at the fag end of the over, they give away a few wides or byes or leg byes. Oh, that smash. That's going to be. What a shot that is. That has just brisked away. And that running hasn't been great. I would say there was a couple in it. 73 for 2. Such a good shot. And that was probably one of the shots which was off the middle of the bat for Bino. So he's starting to hit them off the middle of the bat. Not easy. Oh, that's nicely timed though. That is just a flick of the wrist. The previous shot was smashed. This was flicked. And that would be a couple in it. This runs slightly better this time. They get a brace. So 75 for 2. This is good running. The score moves on to 76 at the end of over number 10. 6 runs in this over and two good shots of the middle of the bat from both Bezad and Binoy. That's what I was talking about. This is a place which has got a lot of history. It's a wonderful, beautiful sculpture. And Lord Brabant had some ideas when he constructed this ground. This is as beautiful as you can get. A place where you see a lot of history being recorded. This is a place where the members are fortunate to play their very good game. And this is what this very, very historical building of this, the Brabant Cricket Club of India, and that's the pavilion of which I'm talking about. There's a clock right in the heart of this ground, and which has seen so many times being changing. We have it has seen some historical matches. Paras Mambre, he used to enjoy bowling over here. He was one of the Mumbai Pacers. He's still with the Mumbai team. So many spinners who bowled in the 50s and 60s. So many maiden overs which they bowled over here. So it's a ground where the bowlers get some aid, the spinners get some aid, the fasters get some aid. A ground which has got a lot of history. Wankhede is all about glamour. It is a very historical ground, but this ground is special. When you talk of history, when you talk about being slightly orthodox, and when you talk about the real gist of the game, this is the place. So this is Brabant Stadium, this is CCI, and this is the Members Premier League. And Binoy and Bezad, these two members have enjoyed their stay not only at the Cricket Club of India, the whole facilities over here, but also at in the middle of the ground. These two guys have teamed up, and they have rocked and taken their team to a very, very safe place over there. They were in the spot of bother. They had lost both the openers, but these two guys have taken their team to a position of strength, I would say. 76 for 2. So Bezad is on 21, Binoy is on 14. Bezad is on strike now. Oh, that's beautifully swept. But there is protection. There are two fielders patrolling that area. Absolutely, just 20 meters between those two fielders. There is a fielder at mid wicket, there is a fielder at square leg. Both of them very close to each other. The square boundaries are short, so this is good, smart field positioning from the captain. Binoy comes on strike now. Oh, that's nicely bowled. There was loop in it, there was flight in it, there was gyal on it, there was something for the batter to get interested into. That's where the bowlers, they lure you into playing those shots and get you out. That's beautifully flighted again. This is super bowling. And look at the bounce. The greatest of all, the leg spinner. If he was it, he would have enjoyed bowling here. In fact, in 1996 when he came, he was plundered for 105 runs. The great Shane Warne against the Mumbai team. This is smashed. That's what I was talking. There are two fielders over there, one at square leg, one at deep mid wicket. The two fielders absolutely close to each other, just 10 to 15 meters between them. So they have plugged that gap. They understand the ball is going to travel into that area. They're going to use the big handle now. Oh, that was so very well bowled. Nicely bowled. It was pitched up. And look at the flight with which he's bowling. This is so good to watch. A spinner willing to give air to the ball. The spinner willing to challenge the batters. See, nicely flighted. This is so good to watch. And look at the bounce which he's getting. That was a quicker ball though. It's a good change in variation. That's what you need to cover your angles well. And you cannot be bowling in monotony. Even if you have the best ball, been bowling for 2-3 balls, you need to change. Otherwise, the batsmen are going to queue you up. So, a very good over in which we just gave 3 runs, 79 for 2 at the end of 11 overs. Kunal bowling a beautiful first over. Oh, that's flighted and that's nicely handled. Two spinners now. Ambrish. That is nice. That was some generous flight being offered by Ambrish. Very experienced bowler. The squash challengers. Maybe squash is the first love, but cricket has its special place in everyone's heart. 11.1 overs and 80 for 2. Binoy Tharia. He's on 15. That was quicker though. That was beautifully played. That will race away again. Good work by the fielder over there. The ball was travelling. Just a single though. Some action in this over. Expect a couple of boundaries or maybe a wicket falling in the next 4 balls. Take my word. I just have a strong feeling there's going to be a wicket or a couple of boundaries scored in the next 4 balls. Watch out for that big shot. Yeah, that's a wide. A big wide though. See, he's bowling differently to different batters. To Bezad, he's trying to give more flight. And to Benoit, he is trying to bowl it flat. So he's just keeping both of them guessing. Now that's a quicker one which he tried. That would be... Will it go all the way or will it just go and stop over there? It just... Will it go all the way? Oh yes, it has gone all the way. Rehan made a valiant effort. Yes. That's going to be 5 wides. 5 wides those are. The score moves on to 87. He wanted to bowl that quicker one on this very special ground. If I remember, only time Shane Warne played on this ground was in 1996 where the Australian touring team played against the Mumbai and he was plundered for 105 runs in 16 overs. That's straight to the fielder. Good work by Rehan. That was the youngest member who was trying to chase down the ball which went for a boundary. He did a great job but wasn't able to stop that. Score is 87 and it almost was racing towards the boundary but he found Rehan in the way. Three balls remaining. They got those five wides, and one ball hit straight to the fielder. So that offside is being emboldened now. We got point, backward point, also a fielder at gully. And generous flight straight to the fielder again. So two balls which could have been probable possible boundaries were hit straight to the fielders. One smashed into the covers, handled well by the fielder Rehan over there, and the young man doing a good job over there, the fielder at gully. Score is 87 for 2 now. Two balls remaining. Generous flight again, and that is straight to the fielder again. That is a lot of frustration now. Three balls which could have been three possible boundaries, but the pace with which he's bowling not allowing him to go for the shots. So all my predictions have gone awry. I was expecting a couple of boundaries to be hit. I was expecting a wicket to fall. Hasn't happened at all. In fact, just a single and five wides in this over. So they get six wides and three singles in this over. 9 runs in this over. He bowled a very good first over when he bowled Kunal. He just gave away 3 runs, and that was an exhibition of bowling, spin bowling. Such good. Now this is his. When the spinner is in rhythm, he is so good to watch. Any spinner you talk about, he has got nice. See, this is nicely flighted. He has created an opportunity, and he gets a wicket. That was nicely fabricated, engineered wicket. First 6 balls of this first over he bowled well, and this first 2 balls. This was extra flight, and they get Binoy. Binoy, he lend a good hand. He gets on the score of 89. 89 for the loss of 3 wickets now. That's nicely bowled. Again, some great bowling. This is so good to watch. The bowler is right on top of his mark. Oh, that is a good shot. The youngster, look at that fielder over there. He is probably the youngest member, and I think he is the best, I would say, on the field. Look at the energy which the young guy brings in. Just loves his fielding. There are players who are going to bat, there are players who are going to bowl, but there are these youngsters who get a lot of attention for of others. I love watching these people. Everyone loves watching those youngsters that is carved into that region. The fielder has been good over there all throughout. Is that a good job, the fielder at point? It's an evenly balanced match. Squash challengers have to slightly pace up the scoring now. Just wanted to do the Ravichandran Ashwin. Probably Deepthi Sharma. If the women's IPL is going to come on this venue, you'll see a lot of those. The runouts at the bowling end. But that was bowled nicely. Look at the youngster trying to stop it. Even he won't be able to stop that one from going over. A very, very good shot against a spinner. That's the first shot of authority. 4 runs. Oh, that is nicely done. Riman is the new batter, and look at the energy which he has brought to the crease. That's what happens when you have those fresh legs coming in. The score moves on to 98 now. He converted the single into a brace. Binoy gave good company, but a new man coming in has got that fresh energy to the scoring. He gave a lot of generous flight in the previous, so let's see what he does in this. Again, bowling it slow. This is smart bowling. Bowled it really, really slow. So slow he could have come here, had a cup of tea, and come back, go back again. So slow that ball was. Beautifully bowled. That was smart bowling. This would be a quicker one. Take my word. He's a bowler who mixes up his pace. Oh my god, that was nicely bowled. He was in a spot of bother. Again, he bowls it very slow. And almost, oh, he gets it. Brilliantly done. Fingertip stuff again. And taken very nicely. This is smart bowling. He bowled it slower, slower, and the slowest delivery. And the batsman had to do all that shot making, all that strength on his own. Gets out. A very good batsman getting out courtesies at very, very slow bowling and smart bowling. I just have a close look at the replay. Look at the way he has generously flighted the ball. Almost so slow the ball was. Had to generate all that pace on his own. Nice catch into that short cover. Fingertip stuff. Two very good catches being taken. Score is 98 for the loss of 4 wickets now. That is beautifully bowled. Again, the slow pace, working it very well for Ambrish. Score moves on to 99 now. Scoring is fine, just they've lost 4 wickets too many. But Bezad does look good, probably all set to get the 50 in this very important semi-finals. Squash challengers. He is the man on your screen. He is the one who has done all the scoring. And that is straight. Oh my god, commentators curse. That slow pace bowling has just got two scalps now. Oh my god. Two good batters out with not so great deliveries. But smart bowling this is. 99 for 5 now. Members Premier League. That's a big wicket. The man who was set, man who was looking good, has to depart. Very disappointed it looks. He was all set for a 50. And another wicket. He's not happy. Bezad. Yes, every reason to be disappointed. Because he was all set for a big innings. Look at the disappointment on his face. Look at the replay again. Very slow. Leg spinner bowling it very, very well. This was nicely flighted. And there is turn for him. And that is easily paused by Mr. Patil. Arjun Patil taking a nice catch. That's nicely bowled again. A couple of wickets in the previous over, but one bowler who has been very impressive is the man on your screen. Previous over he was swept for a boundary, but yeah, I think he has been the best of all the bowlers for me. And nice smooth action, and the bounce which he gets on it. This wasn't flighted generously. This is going into the gap and just a single again. That was generously flighted. Now two new batters, Dev and Mihir now. Mihir Mehta and Dev. Mihir, in fact, Dev who comes on strike now. Mihir gets a brace. Almost got his wicket. He mixes up his pace well. The first one was flighted generously. This one was pushed in. Just love to watch this guy. Look at it. Yeah, that's nicely done. That's good by the batsman. Whenever you have a ball which beats you, take your time, come back. That's what he has done. Oh, absolutely no clue which way it's going. And he has having that quizzical look on his face, a puzzled look, just to show the batter that he has beaten him 2 balls into deliveries. Oh, this is class bowling. That can happen as a new batsman. Some batsmen are very good when it comes to pace bowling, but when it comes to handling spin bowling at from the word go, not easy for some. So he has tried everything, tried a forward defensive stroke, tried to push it into the offside. Now he'll go for a sweep, I think. He went for it but wasn't able to connect. So he's still trying to solve this puzzle. Watch out now. 4 dot balls. Score is 100. Just 1 run in this over. The fielders on the boundaries would be on alert. He wanted to hit it down the ground, and this has been good. This is what the young legs can bring. That was very close, but they take a break. The score moves on to 102 at the end of over number 15. So Amrish has got a couple of wickets. He got both the batsmen who were set, he got them out with his very, very slow bowling. He comes to bowl now. Mihir and Dev. Mihir won't be flustered though. He will hit him for a few boundaries. Take my word. Yes, hit straight into the point region. A bowler who bowls really slow, it becomes very difficult to score runs of him because you have to generate all that strength, all that pace on your own as a batter. You need to find gaps. Dave has struggled. He just got 2 in 6 balls. He had 4 dot balls in a row in the previous over. But this is good by Mehir now. Just giving some advice to him. Maybe try and take a single. That's under edged, but there's a very good fielder over there, that youngster. He's super quick. The score moves on to 104 with that single. Ambrish versus Mihir now. The secret to bat against such kind of bowling is to wait for it. Wait for it and try and plug those gaps. Not try to hit the ball in air, but to hit it as hard as you can into the ground. Yeah, just like that. But this is smart bowling again. Ambrish has been effective. The first over he wasn't looking that great, but in the next 2 overs he has come good. And this has been his best over so far. He has given 3 singles in it, but he's got the ball in the right areas. He's got a couple of wickets. Both the batsmen who had staged up a nice partnership, he got both of them back. We are into the 16th over now. Oh, that turned. That was his better ball, I would say. He has been just flighting the ball so generously. Have a look at that. Look at that minute turn which he has got. That's good to see. That's a nice. It was so slow, but oh, that's what he does. He creates chances with his slow bowling. He gets a third wicket. Ambrish is on a row over here. He has got 3 wickets. All 3 caught into that region, into that offside. 1 at point, 1 into the covers, and 1 into mid-off now. So 3 wickets for Ambrish. He is happy. The squashers, they have lost another wicket. Look at that replay. He pitched it up generously, invited him to go for a big one. It was in the slot. Again, the same mantra. He was wanting to hit the ball in the air. Easily done. Perhaps inside out, a flatter shot into the covers would have been a better option. Trying to time it rather than slog it. It took the upper part of the bat. That bounce on the leg spinner's bowling action, creating the difference. Amrish, he was elated with his bowling now. Now Shreevas Automative would be really happy with the bowling which Amrish is providing right now. 105 for 6. Scoring is not that bad. Next 4.1 overs, if they manage to get 40 odd runs, 145, 150 would be something good to defend. He's into his third over and he has picked up 3 wickets already. Every time a bowler gets a wicket, there is an extra zip in his bowling. That ball is going to turn for them. This is good. That's what I was talking. He's turning it miles now. The score at the end of 16 overs is 105 for the loss of 6 wickets. Just have a close look at the replay. Pitched generously and this turned more than all his previous balls. Look at the way he has flighted it and it's turned so generously. Score at the end of 16 overs is 105 for the loss of 6 wickets. That's beautifully bowled again. And he may not have got that many wickets, Kunal, but he has looked very good. That was a quicker one. Good change in pace. That was beautifully bowled. The most impressive bowler has bowled so well. And he's looked sharp. This is nice bowling. That was generously flighted. The ball racing out into that mid-wicket region. Just a single. Just 2 runs in this over. Imagine we are into the 17th over. The scoring was great. 10 overs, they got 76 runs. And the last 6.4 overs, they have just managed 30. And he had no clue about it. This is super stuff from the spinner. Kunal, he may not have got a bag full of wickets, but he has been the best bowler from you on show. In no offense to Amrish, Amrish has bowled well, but this guy has bowled just wonderful deliveries. The fielding could have been slightly better on that occasion. So 107 for 6, a fantastic spell comes to an end. That was his last over. A fabulous spell of bowling, spin bowling. Will he call Amrish again? Amrish has 1 over left, I think. So those are the members. They love some other sports as well. There are people who have come in different costumes. It's a big sports arena. So many games to play. This is what is the center of attraction right now. Amrish is one who comes. And that's how you should have played Amrish from the beginning. Wait for the ball and try and hit the ball as hard as possible into the ground, not in air. Because the slow pace, in fact very very slow pace, you need to generate all that strength and put all your weight behind the shot. This is nicely bowled though. Good hit down the ground. They should run the first one quickly though. If there is any misfield, we should be vigilant for the second existent run. But Amrish is bowling his last over, has picked up 3. Every possibility that he might pick another. Saurabh it is and Mihir. Saurabh has got a couple. Mihir has got 6. He went for the big handle. He misses out again. 109 for 6. Time to go for those big shots now. No point waiting. Has to go for it. That was a right choice though. Wasn't to the pitch of the ball. That was the only issue. That is short and wide, and that's a wide. The second bounce was after the popping crease, so it wasn't declared a no ball. Otherwise, if the ball bounces twice before the batsman, it is given as a no ball. 110 for 6. That is again generously flighted. That has to be a wide. No, the umpire was generous enough to let it go. That was marginal, and the bowler just getting away with it. Could have gone either ways. 2 balls he has played and missed, and make it 3 now. Amrish is having a dream spell over here. He's having a perfect semi-final. Batsmen are not able to solve this equation though. Problem is having his head in the air. Have a look at the ball closely. Oh, that's smashed, and that is going to race away, and that's the boundary. In fact, the very first boundary against his bowling. The score is 114 for 6 now. Look at the flight which is given, and that's how they should have played him from the beginning. Wait for it and smash it. Yeah. You play squash, you play tennis, almost those kind of shots over here against such kind of bowling. That was nicely done though. Not easy to hit off the back foot into the covers. The fielder, he made an effort but wasn't able to stop that one from going over. So we are into the last 12 balls. Again, another leg spinner on show. The ball's racing towards that square leg region. 115 for 6 now. $115 for 6. Oh, that's a great catch. That's a fabulous pick. And it's taken a very, very difficult catch very easily. Under edges are not easy to pick even by the international wicket keepers. He has let go a few buys, but that was a very well caught. Under edge, oh, this is brilliant. Swapnil Azari, and just what I got the news, he has played for Mumbai in the Ranji Trophy. And that was a super international stuff. What a catch that is. Not easy. Even the best of the keepers of the world would find it difficult. And edges are difficult to catch. See, under edge, in fact, the ball just nestled into his thighs and he caught it then. So he was an accidental hero in that, but that's fine. He was able to stop that one and hold it anyhow. So 115 for 7 now. 9 balls remaining. He's bowled a very good over so far. Satvik comes now. The new man in. Oh, look at the youngster. So good to see guys from all age groups playing together. Let's see what the youngster does. Oh, this is by far the best shot anyone has played today. He may not have the strength what the others have, but he has got the best technique in the team. This guy, after a couple of years, is going to smash these bowlers all around the park. Oh, that's how you play your shots. Such a pleasure to see a youngster playing some authentic cricket shots. He's been for me the best batter on show today. He's played two shots, one into that square leg region, then and one nice hit into the point region. He has looked as good as anyone. Oh, he wanted to do the Surya, but he gets out in the process. The idea was good. The execution wasn't that great, but that was good that he went for that one. Gets out in the process. Another wicket down. 116 for 8 now. Look at the replay. Yeah, Rajiv gets his best mate out. The batsman who got out, these two guys are very close, Mihir and Rajiv. And that's what happens in life and cricket. Your best mate almost claims you every time. He actually popped out and he almost dropped him. So 116 for 8 now. 6 balls remaining. The squash challengers started off so well. Remember, they were 76 for 2 at the end of over number 10. And they've just managed 40 runs in the last 9 overs. 7.6 in the first 10. And in the next 9, they have managed somewhere around 6.5 runs per over. In fact, not 6.5 runs per even, just 5 runs per over. Even less than that. The youngster comes to bowl the last over. And another leg spinner on show. Two youngsters against each other. And he has bowled well. That's what I was talking about, these youngsters. After a couple of years, these guys are going to smash all these batters, all these bowlers all around. And this youngster who is bowling, he is going to pick a bag full of wickets. Temir Sham, he comes on strike against the young bowler, Dhruv. That is so very well bowled, Dhruv. Nicely flighted. Oh, there is confusion. That was a right call. There wasn't any run in it. But Temir would say it is the last over. You have to account for every run. But good to see the senior guy not going mad against the youngster. Another wicket down. Oh, that's the ninth one. 117 for 9. Oh, that was generously fired. That's a beautiful cover drive. As good as a shot you have seen all day. And such a good batsman coming so low down. Avyay, that was so beautifully played. Perhaps the best shot coming in the last over. The youngsters have shown a lot of promise. That's Satvik, that's Avyay, that's Dhruv. Oh, that's nicely hit. That would be a boundary, I think. The ball's racing away. The youngster has got what the others were not able to do. What a good shot that is. That's what he shows. Accentuates the fact that it's not always about the strength. It's not always about the muscle. It's not about hammering or sledging the ball. It's all about timing it and hitting it to the middle of the bat. What a good shot that is by the youngster. Minimum effort and the best possible result. Brilliantly done. That wasn't that bad a ball, but he played it so well. Satvik. That's good umpiring. I would say consistent umpiring, just giving that leeway to the bowler. He has been a very good bowler, Dhruv, though. He has bowled brilliantly. The last ball of the innings. That's a full toss. That's an opportunity. Yes, wicket for Dhruv. So all out, they are on a score of 122. Anti-climax when you talk about the innings. First 10 overs completely belonged to the batting side. The next 10 overs, no doubt, it was Ambrish, Kunal on show now. 1-2 all out they are. So 123 is what the target is in this semi-finals. They started off brilliantly, but just derailed at the end. They have to get a lot of wickets in the first one. That's nicely kept by Bezad. Bezad, who was very good, he was the top scorer, was looking all set for a 50, got out on a very, very slow ball. Short and wide, could have hit it anywhere he wished. Hit it straight to the fielder at point. Now he collected the ball very well down the leg side. That's bowling the ball in the right areas though. First ball wasn't that great, but the second ball right on the place where he wanted it to be. Oh, that's beautifully done. That's handsomely done. That is nicely pulled in front of square. What a good shot. Pulling it into that mid-wicket region. Not an easy shot to execute. He did it so effortlessly. What a way to start off his batting account. That's beautifully done. That's handsomely done. That is nicely
pulled in front of square. What a good shot. Pulling it into that mid.
Oh, that's beautifully bowled now. Great comeback by the bowler. Adjusted the line, the length, and bowled it with slightly more pace. So Viral and Wasim are the two opening batters. Viral Amin. What a shot that is. He's putting up an exhibition. Viral Amin has Viral Amin has been a very, very good player when he comes to the opening, and he's played very well off the back foot. The score is 6 now. That is beautifully bowled. The score at the end of over number 1 is 6 runs without loss. Wasim is still to open the account. Viral is playing on 5. Saurabh bowled his first over. So the score is 6. The target is 1 to 3. They have started off well. Viral Amin starting off with a fabulous shot. The nicely hit pull shot in front of square. In fact, into the mid wicket. It wasn't an easy shot to execute. He did it effortlessly. So Viral Amin, he comes on strike. He's on 4-5 of just 4 balls. He gets a full toss. That's a gift. That's going to be racing away towards the covers boundary. 2 boundaries for him. This was a gift though. Just earned on the length, and the batter took complete advantage of it. He gets 4 runs for it. Beautifully done. It wasn't a good ball, but even that aspect is forced, and he dispatched it beautifully for the boundary. 2 boundaries for this man now. 1 on the leg side, 1 on the one in the covers. So 2 V's he has covered. He's got the V covered beautifully. The squash challengers have to bowl well though. Oh, that's up and oh, what a shot this is. Brilliantly done. This will race away for another boundary. So, they needed a lot of
Score
wickets.
shot.
Challengers have to bowl well though. Hammer and tongs against the bowling.
That's up and oh, what a shot this is.
Brilliantly done. This will. That's wide outside the off some. Wide being called. That's very well bowled again. He started off with a full toss, but the next two balls, he's tried to put it in the right areas. Two boundaries in two balls. Viral Amin, he's on 13 of just 7 balls. Automative combined strikers. The opening batter has been their real striker. He's got a couple of boundaries, in fact, 3 of them. Oh, that's beautifully Hawker. Wonderfully bowled. He started off with 2 balls, which he got a couple of boundaries. First one was a full toss, next one was pitched up. The second shot was way better because that was a wonderfully hit up and over into the cover shot. This one, though, pitched right on the spot where it is supposed to be. Oh, that's a chance. Yes, that's an edge. That's good teamwork. They kept on encouraging the bowler, and he has got his man. This one, though, pitched right on the spot where it is supposed to be. And that's a big wicket. Viral was looking dangerous. He got 3 boundaries in space of 8 balls. And he went for the big Natraj shot. He gets out.
That's a chance, yes, that's an edge.
Played with soft hands. This is beautifully done. The score at the end of this over is 16 for the loss of 1 wicket. Saurabh comes again to bowl his second over. That was bowled with a lot of effort. Puts everything behind the ball. Very economical bowling style when he approaches, but puts in a lot of effort when he puts that final effort. Puts in a lot of shoulder into it. That is beautifully, smartly done again. Playing with soft hands, getting that single. This is smart stuff from the Automative combined strikers. Beautifully bowled again. That's beautifully bowled. Oh, that's very well bowled again. That's a fabulous over. Just 2 runs in this over so far. Oh, that's another dot delivery. Fantastic over comes to an end. Just 2 runs in this over. Saurabh bowls a very, very good over. 18 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. 123 is the target. 105 to get in the remaining 17 overs. He goes up and over. There's an opportunity. Eyes on the ball, but just away from the fielder over there. He gets a couple. Meet. He went for those 2 singles with soft hands, and this time he went for the big one. In fact, it's Wasim, not Meet. Meet is generally one who uses the softer part of the bat, does not go for those big shots. A smart batsman who likes to play some authentic cricket shots. Wasim is the one who wants to take a few chances though. The squash challenge is almost getting another wicket. 24-1. Wasim Sheikh. He has bowled well. First 2 balls he gave a couple of boundaries, then bowled a wide, then got a wicket. And if you give some positive reinforcement, your bowlers, your players are going to respond. And even if he was hit for a couple of boundaries, his captain just backed him. Temir, he has taken that wicket of a batter who was looking good. Viral Amin. That was short and wide. Behzad has been brilliant though behind the stumps. He may have not been able to pouch that quite easily. But that's a wide. The score moves on to 21 now. In fact, 20 with that 21 in fact with that wide. So we are into the 4th over. Temir has looked good. That's a cracking shot. Good work by the fielder at covers. Wasn't able to stop the single, but that was a certain boundary. That was hit very hard. That's a wide again. With that wide, the score moves on to 23. Halfway into the over we are. Every time you see an umpire just pointing towards his waist, that is just a signal just to confirm that it's mid-over. Different signals. The umpires also working tandem. It's two very good officials working together. Just as batting and bowling on fielding, umpiring or officiating is a job which is done in partnerships. Tamir, he creates an opportunity again. But that ball will swivel past, and will it go all the way? Yes, it does. It swiveled, it curled, and just eluded the fielder over there. He wasn't able to gauge the spin on the ball. Let's have a closer look at it. He just slashed it hard. Every time the ball is hit in that direction, it's not easy to gauge which way the ball is going to spin. The ball just curled, spun, and spun away from him. 27 for 1, another boundary in this innings. Wasim Sheikh it is this time. Oh, he goes for it. This would be 4 again. This was a better shot though. Hit with a lot of authority and control. So 2 boundaries in 2 balls. First via some misfield. Here the fielder absolutely had no chance to shot that one. Up and over. Fielder over at mid-on. He gets 2 consecutive boundaries. They're racing along now. Wasim Sheikh and Meet. He is in the mood to finish this early. He wants to go home early. He wants to make this Friday a fantastic one for his team. He gets another boundary. 3 boundaries in a row. The score moves on to 35. 35 for the loss of 1 wicket. 16 overs remaining in which to get the remaining, I would say 80-85 runs, whatever are remaining. They are well on track to get those runs.
He's in the mood to finish this early. He wants to go home early. He wants to make this Friday a fantastic one for his team. He gets another boundary. 3 boundaries in a row. The score moves on to 35. 35 for the loss of 1 wicket. 16 overs remaining.
So Shreevas Automative combined strikers are doing it not with the way which they would be lethargic and moving towards it in a leisurely pace. They are doing it at a rapid pace. They do not want to waste any time. The score is 35-2, and that is so exciting to see. The first 6 overs of the first innings were also exciting, where we saw a couple of wickets being taken. Also, they scored 48 runs. So it's almost on those similar grounds. The start, they lost 1 wicket less, and they've got a lot of runs through the bat. The other innings, it was more of the extras which were the contributors. That's nicely bowled though. With that single, the score moves on to 37. Saurav, he's bowled well. He has put his heart into it. The previous over was a very good one, Saurav Javeri's. And he's trying to put his best foot forward, trying to get his team into a position from which they can win. Some words of wisdom. "36 for 1. We are into the 5th over. Oh, he just wanted to do the Dipti Sharma. He wanted to do the Ravichandran Ashwin. And look at that cunning smile on his face. You may be the best of the friends, but on the ground, he is not going to miss out on any opportunity. Almost getting another run. We don't call it man cutting now, we call it run out. That is well kept again by Behzad. Behzad has been a star today. He was very, very industrious with the bat in the hand, and the ball behind the wickets. He is safe as a locker over there. 36 for 1. Wasim Sheikh is on 13. He has looked very, very good. Oh, in the previous over, he was almost like a millionaire, and he's looked completely broken this over. Two stories of the same batsman. The batsman was hitting boundaries after boundaries after boundaries. In fact, 3 in a row. This time, he finds it difficult to even connect the ball. 3 dots in a row. That won't perturb him because they've got a lot of runs. Oh, the inside half of the bat. This is fantastic bowling from Saurav Zaveri. The youngster makes his way all the way from backward point and he has just gone and collected the ball almost the whole oh, good throw. Look at the throw. Look at the youngster, maybe not more than 12-13 years of age. He went all the way from point. He went to that fine leg region and that was a fantastic throw. It's not about how many muscles you have in your forearms. It's also about the technique with which you throw. Showing athleticism and showing how good his arm is. 39 for 1. Last ball of this over. Oh, that is carved. That is beautiful. That is going to race away. Will it go all the way? The fielder does a valiant effort, but that would be in vain. This is the best shot of this inning so far. Beautifully carved. There were 1, 2, 3 fielders patrolling that area behind point. Last ball. He bisected the 3 of them with a lot of finesse and touch and grace and panache. A lot of style and a lot of substance in that shot. Style and substance for these 2 batters, Meet and Wasim. They are racing along 43 for 1. Identical score of the previous inning. They were 43 for 1 at the end of 5. Even this team is 43 for 1 at the end of 5.
That is carved. That is beautiful. That is going to
look at that shot. He kept everyone in. Look at the attempt of the fielder. He was racing to stop that one. The outfield way quicker than his running effort. This is the iconic CCI Brabon Stadium and in this wonderful ground the members are privileged to exhibit their skills in their most passionate games. It's not the only game which they follow, pursue or play. They play squash, they play badminton, they play a variety of sports. Snooker is also on cards. Lawn tennis is also the game which they love. But every heart beats for cricket. And this is the ground where so many stories of cricket have been scripted. These guys are playing for the finals of Members Premier League, and people from all age group 50 plus to even 10 years are playing together. So good to see people from all different age groups playing together, playing with each other, playing against each other, making new friends, making the older friendship stronger. That's beautifully played off the back foot. That will race away. This is fantastic hit off the back foot. That is nicely carved away. Only the youngster had the courage and heart to follow that. Even he couldn't stop that. Another boundary. This is beautiful footwork. It's not about always dancing down the ground and hitting down the ground. It's about rocking on the back foot and carving it out in the area behind ball. Such graceful shot. These guys have played some powerful shots, but they have seen some shots with a lot of grace, panache and beauty as well. They've chopped off almost 40% of the runs. 47 for 1 they are. Oh, that was not the shot he would be proud of, but the intent is clearly to be seen. Wasim Sheikh does not want to waste time. He wants to make this Friday a fanatic one for them. He wants the Friday to be a fantastic one, fabulous one. A Friday which would be feverish when it comes to batting. And this guy is making some tremors. He's hitting some nice authentic boundaries. Strike rate is wonderful. Oh, that smashed straight to the fielder this time. Oh my God, through his legs. And will it go all the way? That's the only question. And the ball will just trickle away for another boundary. So that can happen when the ball is hit very hard. Members, they are having a nice view from just below our pavilion over here. He's bowling from the pavilion end though. It's a beautiful place. Oh my God, through his legs. The best view. And will it go all the way? That's the only question. Just beside the side screen. This is a very special crowd, a capacity of 25,000. Oh my God, through his legs. So many stories. And will it go all the way? Inside it. Oh, that is beautifully bowled, but that ball was drifting down the leg side. The length was fabulous though. And once again, he's going for his shots. If he had connected it, it would have been deposited into those stands over there. The idea was good, execution wasn't. Two boundaries in first four balls. The first and the third balls going for boundaries. And straight to the fielder. That's an opportunity. The score moves on to 52 now. The best part about members Premier League is even though they would be not in a strong position, they keep supporting each other. They keep backing each other. That is so good to see. Mead comes on strike. Oh, this is the first six of the semi-final. What a shot that is. Majestic, royal, high and handsome sixer. That's the first. Take my word, it won't be the last one. Members Premier League Super 6. Look at it. Nice flight on it. He had only one intention of putting it into the night sky. A fabulous lead sixer. Gets around 60-65 meters and he cleared it easily.
This is the first six of the semi-final. What a shot that is.
Oh, that's beautifully done. Off the back foot, the ball is racing into that area. And they just walk for a single. Both Wasim and Mead, they just all look geared up to finish this off early. Mead comes on strike. If Wasim has been the one who has been the enforcer, Mead hasn't looked bad at all. Wasim has got the first sixer of the innings. Mead would well like to match him. 16 he has got of just 12 balls. Oh, he goes for it. He wants also to register a sixer against his name. Again, the same mistake. He couldn't judge the way the ball is going to spin away. It wasn't that well connected. But they are racing along now. Wasim Sheikh and Meet Kira both trying to go strong and big. So that's generously flighted. What a shot this is. Up and over into the covers just for a single though. But that was as good as a shot you could see. 62 for 1. That is good work by the fielder in covers. And that's nicely turned away. Another single. So after a long time and over in which No boundaries have been conceded. 5 runs in the over so far. A brace and 3 singles and a dot delivery. Will he go for the big one, Meet? This is super stuff from the experienced bowler. He's been playing cricket for such a long time. Just heard him in the break. He's playing from 1988. Some of these guys with and against each other. A beautiful over comes to an end. Where the batters were trying to go big, he did not allow them. The score at the end of over number 7 is 64 for the loss of 1 wicket, 6 runs. Most importantly, no boundary was scored after a long time. So the score is 64 now, 64 for 1. Meet. He's got 20 of just 15. Oh, that was short and wide and straight to the fielder and straight through him. And it has gone all the way. That was hit very hard. That's the reason the fielder wasn't able to get down in time. He isn't happy though. The batter would be very happy. That wasn't that bad a ball, but he hit it very hard.
That was short and wide and
Just
straight
went through
to
him.
the fielder and straight through him.
Another boundary.
And it has gone all the way.
The scoring rate has been phenomenal. 9.5 runs per over, 68 for 1. Mead is on 24, Wasim is on 27, almost competing with each other when it comes to number of runs being scored and the strike rate even. Both almost having similar kind of strike rate. And this is top class. This is super. This is scintillating. This is sensational hitting. 4 runs again. The previous ball, it was a misfield. This one had no misfield in it. Absolutely no chance anyone had. They're having a nice time over there. They're enjoying the batsmen, having some fun over there, making this Friday a fun-filled one for them, a fabulous one for them, a fantastic one for them, a Friday which seals their place in the finals, having similar kind of strike rate. Look at that shot with a lot of authority, bending his one knee and hitting it into that extra cover region. What a shot that was!
This is sensational hitting.
So both the batsmen on identical number of runs scored, identical number of balls even faced. 28 of 17, 27 of 18. Neck to neck, rubbing shoulders when it comes to scoring. That was beautifully bowled though this time, but it is racing towards that long on boundary, just a single. That back foot punch. They're racing along now. More than almost 10 runs per over now. Wanted to hit it from the back foot. Wasim Sheikh. He has got a strike after a long time. Meet is the one who was the enforcer in the last 8-9 balls. I strongly feel he would go for a big one, a big sixer on this ball. He's got 27 of 19. He went for the big one. That's what I was expecting. But he is being pouched easily. Nicely done. He was deprived of the strike for a long period of time. That can happen. And you may go for the big ones and you get out in the process. Nice, beautiful catch. Big sixer on this ball. That was beautiful bowling. Just did not give them the leverage to get up and over.
He went for the big
And he
one.
was too
That's
close to the
what I
ball.
was
That's the reason
expecting.
he
But
wasn't able to
he's
get the
been
elevation he wanted.
pouched
Another wicket.
easily.
It's Wasim Sheikh who
Nicely done.
departs after a breezy knock of 27 of just 19 balls.
On this ball. He's got 27 of 19. He went for the big one. That's what I was expecting. But he is being pouched easily. Nicely done.
So the last ball of this over, he got the wicket which they wanted very badly. Though he was fit for a couple of boundaries, he was come back well. That's stuck in the pads. Ryan Lala is the new batsman. Meet and Rayan. Score at the end of 8 overs is 73 for 2. They are motoring along at 9 runs per over. And they just need 52 more runs to win this one. In fact, 50 runs exactly to win this one in the next 12 overs. So 73 for 2. We are into the ninth over. And that is beautifully flighted. He wanted to hit it down the ground. The ball has gone into the square leg region. The missed time shot, fetching him 4 runs. Wasn't the direction he wanted to go it into, but it has got him 4 runs. A lot of muscle and a lot of bottom hand involved into that one. He's looked good, Meath. He's continued with his hitting. He hasn't taken a backward step. See, he wanted to hit it down the ground. The ball just took the inside half of the bat and has raced away towards the mid-wicket square leg boundary. Sometimes the shots which fly off the edge, they are the ones who give him more runs actually. 77 for 2 now. Just 46 needed. This man seems to be in a hurry. Meath. He is the highest scorer of the match so far. It was slightly up. That's what the umpire says. We'll wait for a signal. It was off the bat, he says. 78 for 2 now. Rayan comes on strike. Bowled his first over very well. Just gave away 5-6 runs. Very, very experienced bowler. Probably the only bowler who hasn't been hit for boundaries. They need 45 more in the remaining 11.4 overs. They need just somewhere around 4.75 runs per over, which is easy. But that's an opportunity created, and he oh wasn't able to hold on. 75 runs per over, which is easy. But that's an opportunity.
Opportunity created. And he.
That's nicely bowled again. .78 for 2. We are into the ninth over. Oh, he's got his man. Oh, this is super bowling by him. Probably the only bowler who has been the one who has been difficult to get away. He gets the wicket. And look at the smile on his face. The team may be down, not doing well. He has got a good batsman out though. The left-hander Ryan, he's been sent back. So this is CCI MPL Season 6 2023, and this is the fight to go and play against the team who have been almost invincible in this tournament. Played 5-1-5, and will they continue their winning streak? The Badminton Blasters. They are waiting for one of these two teams to come and compete with them in the grand finale. A fantastic over comes to an end. Just 5 runs and a wicket. He was hit for a boundary at the first ball. The next 5 balls absolutely all spot. Wasim missed out on an opportunity to get a 50. Let's see whether Meath would be the first half centurion of this match. .78 for 3. 11 overs remaining. Oh, that's nicely done. Another youngster on show. The youngsters have done a fabulous job. Avyay, he had a brief knock with the bat in hand. He looked good, and with the ball in the hand, he looks as effective as anyone. He perhaps should have got the new ball in his hand. Next time they play, this man will get. Oh, see, look at the pace with which he's bowling. Why this man is bowling? This young boy is bowling in the 10th over. If they wanted to defend a smallish total, Saurabh should have got this man together bowling with him with that new ball. He bowls with a lot of pace. The youngster looks very promising. Ball 2 balls against a batter who has looked very, very comfortable against any kind of bowling. He finds it difficult to face this boy. This is good, prudent bowling. Not easy to keep a man quiet. In fact, he steals a second. There's a good fielder, Terry, over there. Even he wasn't able to stop them from going over for a couple. This is a good contest to watch now. A batter who has looked very, very dominating, a batter who has scored a lot of boundaries. He's got the sixer, and he would be up against a bowler who is bowling the ball in the right areas with a lot of pace in it, a lot of heart in it. Let's see. There's going to be some mouth-watering stuff now. Good batsman against a promising young bowler. Oh, that's nicely bowled. He wanted to hit it big, but again he wasn't able to connect well because the bowling was bowled with a lot of effort and passion. It's not always about the technique with which you bowl, the bat technique with which you bat. There has to be that extra factor in which you put that extra effort more than what your coaches are going to teach you. Amrish, he bowled so well. He took a bag full of wickets today, 3 wickets with his very slow bowling. He would be up against a young boy who bowls with a lot of pace. 91 for 3, 2 balls remaining. Oh, that is good, immaculate, watertight technique on display. Away looks good. Some words of wisdom from Bezad. Bezad has not given up though. They just have to score 42 more runs to win this one. Every other team member, every other one who is watching the game would feel it is done and dusted. 61 balls, just 42 runs to get 4 runs per over, the match is over. Bezad still believes. At times you need some people who believe in almost impossible things to achieve something very special. You never know, you may pick up 8 wickets and things can change after that. And that's beautifully done. That's nice technique. He bowled really well and he's batting. He's got the first run and he has looked as solid as anyone over there. The score is 82 for the loss of 3 wickets at the end of over number 10. So, Members Premier League Season 6. This is the semi finals. And this is the battle to go and fight against the Badminton Blasters. Right now, the Automative combined strikers are all set to win this one. They just need 41. But will there be some magic? And he has looked as good as any bowler. The man with the ball in his hand. He's looked special. He has picked up a wicket and has not conceded more than 8-9 runs in his 2 overs which he has bowled. He might pick another. Oh, this is smart batting. It does not want to take chance against a bowler who may be a prospective wicket taker. Uh, Amrish Arora showing all his experience and class. Beautifully played, just turned off. Seems to be a very correct batsman, Amrish. And look at the way he's racing. He's very tall, man. That's going to help. Just 5 6 steps down the ground, he gets a three. Can you imagine? Just a small push, fetching him those 3 runs. Hitting the ball in the areas which are non-conventional, which will always put you in a great place. Every time you see Mahendra Singh Dhoni playing, that is that area behind square leg where absolutely no fielder is there. You see a lot of his boundaries racing into that corner. First, when he comes to the crease, those boundaries will go in the places, in unprecedented places where other batters are not going to hit. You need certain players like that, hitting the balls in the areas where there are no fielders. That takes some special skill and talent. And Amrish played it really well. That is, that was flighted generously, but he showed no mercy on that ball and has hit it for another boundary. That was well played. This is how you play a very slow ball. Meet just showing his class against pacers, showing his class against spinners, leg spin, off spin, and that was a lollipop being tossed up. And he took the bait and he deposited it for a boundary. He's trying everything in his armory now. He wants to buy and purchase a wicket. He wants to get people out. Oh, that smash, that's going to race away. Will it be stopped? That's the only question. Yes, just limiting it to a single. Score moves on to 90 with that single. Amrish Arora, a more correct player, a player who has looked very, very straight. See, that's what I was talking about. Plays it very well. Plays some authentic cricket. He might just take us. Oh, this is super from this man. Is this man in his teens? Is he a 17-year-old boy, Amrish? So good to see. It's not about running very hard. It's about gauging the single. It's about comprehending and understanding and whether there is an existent single or a double. So good to watch. It's not about how hard you run. It's about how well you judge a single or a double. Amrish did it very well. Beautiful running by the young man, I would say. Oh, he was completely beaten neck and crop. That's what I was talking about. This bowler might get another wicket. He gets the wicket of the man who has a very watertight technique. He gets him out. He's shadow practicing the shot. That is way too late. That was nicely bowled. An arm ball pushed. And he gets another wicket. Second wicket. Brilliance from the experienced bowler. So 92 for 4 is what the score is. They are in a touching distance to win this one now. Just 31 needed. But every time you say just needed, about to finish, done and dusted, there is where you fall into the trap. There is where you're going to see some shocks in store. Oh, that's what, another shock almost. Oh, that was way short. That's a great effort. Avia did everything possible to get close to that one. But that's what I was talking about. Bezat believes that they can still win this one. And the spinners, the off spinner almost got the man who was playing so well. The wicket keeper comes in, Swapnil Hazare. Meet is on 43 and was almost out on that ball. It was a beautifully bowled offie by the youngster. Again bowling some tight lines. Why these guys are bowling so late down? If I am the skipper, I would always feel bowlers like him. Rahman it is. Rahman, Avya, they should be bowling in those first 5-6 overs. That is well bowled. That's an opportunity. But the opportunity for someone. Oh, that's a brilliant effort. That is just toppled over. That was a great effort though. Almost the 5th wicket it was. But Swapnil opens the account with a sixer. Second ball sixer. And just showing how strong his arms are. And showing his class. But was almost taken. Look at. Yeah. Yeah. That was a brilliant effort though. 99 for 4. Oh, almost got his man. Brilliant stuff by the bowler. How did that miss the stumps? He could have got the wicket of a class batter. Instead, they get a brace. Swapnil gets a brace. He moves on to 8. The score is 101. We are into the 12th over. They just 22 runs away from victory now. And way Swapnil and Meet are playing, this might just get overs very soon. But Swapnil, he's on 8, and Meet has been reminded by his other fellow mates that he's on 40. He's in the 40s. He's on 43. This is good bowling by Rahman. He maybe have been hit for a sixer, but he's looked good. Oh, yeah, that's very close. Maybe drifting down the leg side. The off break, taking it away, but almost got the wicket of the big man. He has created chances in 3 balls. Space of 3 balls, he created 2 chances. One could have been a brilliant catch in that wideish long on area. Another one, a close LBW shout. If that ball hadn't just turned, perhaps it would have been a little straighter. Things would have been slightly different. 11.501 for 4. They are 22 away. Watch out for Swapnil's big shot now. Even though he may have missed out on the previous occasion, he might go for a big one. Oh, that's brilliant stuff from Rahman. A batter who wants to hit every ball against a bowler who has looked very promising. At the end of over number 12, the score is 101 for 4. Automative combined strikers look all set to win this one and meet the badminton blasters from one more time. So 101 for 4, we are into the 13th over, and he has bowled very well. Perhaps their best bowler on show today. Just conceded 1 boundary and has looked special. He's taken the wicket of the experienced Ambrish. He's breaken a couple of wickets and has looked very good. His team may not be on the right side of the result, but his bowling has been top class. This is super. Oh, what a shot that is. A big foot coming down, FIFA 2022. Swapnil is in no mood to come back. He wants to take on the spinner. He may be one of their best, but he wants to take him on and wants to deposit a few into those stands. Yes, hit one sixer. We might just see him hitting one more in this over. That won't be easy against this bowler though. He bowls it flat at times. He bowls it with different angles, different trajectories, different flights, different point of release. That was a quicker one. That's what I was talking. Not easy to hit this man. Watch out for Swapnil. He might just go for a big one. Sixer alert ball this one. Oh, that's a fabulously hit. That reminded me of Sachin Tendulkar's shot against Shane Warne. He was very, very superb in this one. Azruddin used to play that paddle sweep. What a great shot that is. Not easy to execute. That wasn't just guided, that was smashed. That was paddled so hard. One of the shots of the day for me. Beautifully done. That was just as Sachin used to do against Shane Warne. Against that rough. Beautiful shot. As good a shot as you can see against a spinner who wanting to ball on his legs. Beautifully done. That's the shot of the day for me. That's carved away straight to the fielder. What a shot that was. The previous ball hit for a fantastic paddle sweep. Beautiful to watch. That's beautifully bowled. Nice flight. We almost had his man. A very good spell of over bowling comes to an end. They are just 5 runs in this over in spite of conceding that boundary. 106 for 4 at the end of 13. They're just 17 runs away to win this one. So 106 for 4. 13 overs done and dusted. This might be the last over if Meath decides. He is in a mood to finish this early. He moves on to 45 with that single. He's just 5 runs away. But you never know. Swapnil might just deprive him of that half century, I strongly feel. Because if he gets more of strike than Meath, few big hits and this match will be over. But not against this bowler. Hariman has looked good. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Do not discount the young man. Just take my words back that this would be the last over. No way it can be the last over. Because this man has some quality. The young boy. Look at the body language. He's trying to toss the ball. Look at the run up. Stops and starts. A very unique way of bowling. Yeah, just see. Starts off with like Ravindra Jadeja's first few initial movements. Oh, that's beautifully bowled again. Beautifully Yorker length. And every spinner they say is a very good fielder of his own bowling. Rehman is no exception. He did it very well. Look at the way the first few steps, almost like a right-handed Jadeja who comes to bowl. See the first few steps of him. Observe carefully the way he comes in. The way he comes in, just see, just almost like a right-hand Jadeja. Oh, this is smash. This is an opportunity. Rehman has created a chance. Oh, he has taken a very good catch. Had a very good effort. This one he had to cover 20-25 meters. Did everything right. Wasn't able to hold on to that one. That could have been a young man's another wicket against a very good batter. Valiant effort in vain though. He's a good fielder. He has very safe hands. Once he reaches the ball, and if it is in those bucket hands, he won't drop those. (108 for 4). Watch out for me now. He has a couple of balls to get his 50. No, he gets one to good use. That smashed into the covers. What a shot that is. Inside out. That wasn't that bad a ball. That was beautifully done. Awesome batting by this man who has just put up an exhibition where other players were not up to the mark when it comes to batting. The bowling has been good. This man has looked special. Meath, he has just entertained everyone. What a shot that is. Just a few meters short of it from going it all the way. So one more ball and you might just see him celebrating a 50 in a chase of 123, which is commendable, scoring almost 40% of the runs on his own for his team. A 50 is almost exactly getting 40% of the runs when you talk about 125 runs. He's got more than 40% of the runs for his team. He's on 49. Oh, he knows his numbers. That's his 50. Brilliantly done by Meath. He gets his 50 of just 32 balls. So we are at the iconic CCI Bribon Stadium. This is Member Premier League Season 6. CCI Members Premier League Season 6. And Meath has looked special. Swapnil has come in and had some fun over there. But right now it's Meath who's making all the news. They just need 10. And I think he would try and finish this off. But Saurabh Zaveri again would not be an easy nut to crack. He is a tough customer. He would not give those easy balls. He has looked good. Oh, that smash, that's going down the ground. No one's going to stop that one from going all the way. It will be another boundary. Just 6 short of a very, very good, authentic, comprehensive victory. Just 6 to win now. Saurabh Zaveri, he's a good bowler, but he's up against a very, very smashing batsman, I would say. A batsman who looks very, very confident to finish this off early. They just need 4 now. In fact, 5 now. Will he finish off like Mahendra Singh Dhoni? Will he get the 6er downtown and celebrate his victory? Maybe square leg mid wicket he would be eyeing because Saurabh bowls it hard into the pitch. Oh. Saurabh just asking the umpire, how was it? Umpire says, it was fine. It wasn't connected. Look at the umpire. Such nice baby face he has. He's very calm under pressure. Look at him. Oh, this is smashed. This would race away. This would be scores level. What a shot that is. It was just hands in it. Just wanted to slash it very hard. So Swapnil Hazare, he has looked good, and he has the one who wants to enforce. There is a lot of style about this batsman, and along with that style, there is a lot of substance also with it. And he wants to take on the bowlers. That is so refreshing to watch. He is not bothered about his wicket. He just wants to play some daredevil cricket. Will he celebrate the victory with a sixer or a boundary? And I think that cow corner mid wicket region, long off, long on to cow corner. Watch out for that space. Instead, he goes into covers. What a shot to get a very, very comprehensive victory. Congratulations, Shreevas Automative combined strikers. You have made it to the finals against the Badminton Blasters. So come on this Sunday, and we will be up against two very good teams against each other. One more time for Shreevas Automotive combined strikers to have a go against a team which has been invincible, the team which has defeated every team in the league, the team which has got 5 victories in 5 matches. But will they continue with that streak, or will this team which has got an authentic victory, a comprehensive victory, make a difference and turn it over? Let's meet again after a couple of days for a fantastic finale of CCI Presents Members Premier League. So the grand finale is just a couple of days away. That's on the Sunday, the 19th of February. It's the Valentine's month, and no love would be lost against the 6 teams. That would be a sensational final to watch out for. An invincible team against a team which has registered a very, very strong win into the semi-finals. So let's come back again on Sunday and have a sensational, scintillating and superb Sunday. Great to see exchanging some goodies. This is the place where you have a smile at, and look at those people. See, so good to watch. This would be the picture of the day for me. Amrish putting his arm around Avya, uh, a superstar, a rising superstar against a man who has seen a lot of ups and downs. Good to see the bowlers exchanging goodies with each other. Great to see. A lot of experience and a lot of promise. That was last picture was something to behold.